Welcome back YouTubers, Adzi here. Now, I have an M249 that I've been tinkering with for somebody. So this arrived with me because this had some feeding issues, for one thing, which is no good if you're a support gunner, you need those BBs flying. And we just wanted to up the performance and just make it that little bit more reliable. So I've already done a lot of kind of the standard upgrades that you'd see in some of my earlier videos. The reason I put the camera on for this is we're going to try something a little different. Now, whether it's a good idea or not, that I don't know, but we're going to do it anyway. So that is the box mag. Now the poor box mag, let's not rattle it too much, the poor box mag has decided that the sound control no longer wants to function. So in other words, that's not going to be feeding in time with the gun. You can either turn it on constantly and it will sit there going tick 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 tick, making all sorts of stupid noises, giving your position away and all those horrible things, or you can have it on sound control where it does absolutely nothing, so it renders itself useless. So at the minute, the person using this needs to turn that on and off, as well as trying to control their trigger. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and wire this into this, so that this is going to be powered rather than from its own separate battery, which is in there, which is an 8.4 volt battery. And given that we're trying to use this on 11.1, that's where that perhaps this isn't a good idea comes in. We're going to get it so that when you pull the trigger on this, it's going to function this. Will that last going on an 11.1 battery where it's only supposed to take 8.4? I don't know. I suppose there is only one way to find out. Disclaimer though, if you decide to copy any of this and these don't like it and they break, you were warned. So we're going to start first by sorting the wiring on the box mag. Now, you'll have to excuse the rattling BBs as I move this around because I can't be bothered to empty them. So in here, that is the connector that goes to the battery. What we're going to quite simply do is extend that so that we can connect it into the actual gun. Now I will probably use a mini Dean's connector when we actually get to the gun bit. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's get this extended first, because the idea is we can have power so that you can just have the mag constantly turned on, but this is only going to go live when the trigger on the gun is pulled. So we'll extend that first of all. So that's now all extended. We can see there we've just added cable to the original cable to make it longer. 2 layers of heat shrink just makes it a little bit more durable, because obviously the wires themselves are quite thin. So the idea is that when we close this case on it, that when that's mounted in the gun, that's going to give us a bit that we can attach to a small Dean's connector and link it to the weapon. So, this is obviously the gearbox on the gun. That is the trigger that I've pulled out of this section here. Now, this is how we're going to link it. So obviously when the trigger is pulled on the gun, it pushes this up. The power from the battery comes and links on here. That is a permanent live, which breaks when the trigger is pulled, so that one's never used. But this top one becomes live when the trigger is pulled, and then that is what links to the motor, which powers it. So what I'm going to do, using the empty space here with the metal, I'm going to attach another small lead that we can then run out to the mag, which means when that trigger's pulled, obviously with all your battery connections on there, that's going to make that go live, which is one, going to power the gun, so it's going to shoot the gearbox. Secondly, it's going to run power to the mag, so that's going to function that to feed the BBs in. So that's the plan there. And then with the negative terminal, we just link that somewhere along the negative line back to the battery. So that's the finished bit linked to the trigger just before we put it back in the gearbox. I've wrapped some heat shrink around it as well, just to keep it all protected, but both cables nice and neat, and then we can run up to where we wanted to go. So we'll get all that put back in the gun, and then we'll do the negative terminal. Okay, so we've got to complete the stage where it's all wired in now. Now the negative cable, just to show you, has been linked to the negative return to the Dean's connector for the battery. Now the reason I've done it there is that there's a spade terminal here that if ever you need to get the gun apart, those need to become disconnected to the wires and go through, so we haven't interfered or obstructed getting the gun apart just because we've got new leads on there. Because it is most frustrating when you find someone doing that. Trust me, it's annoying. But yeah, that will still come apart, so that's there. Now the more exciting bit, if we come this way a little bit, you'll notice we've now got our lead coming up here and going to the top. Quite simply, all we've done in there is we've got two Dean's connectors, or mini Dean's shall we say. So those will literally link together, and that will mean that that will be powered when you pull the trigger. So we're back inside here again, purely because I tested it. It lasted about 5 seconds. As obviously we said earlier, it might not last. It didn't. I think we fried that circuit board. So what I've done now is I've linked it straight to the motor, which I have managed to link a bit of power to that. The motor still works, it's just that bit that's dead. So we're going to try again with direct link to the motor and see what happens this time. Okay, so everything's all together now. Just to show us where we've got, sort of summarise what we've done. So we've attached the connector here, which is a mini Dean's. That is going to be powering the mag direct from the trigger. So we're going to test it now. We're going to leave all that in nicely under there. Now for the purpose of this, I've got just a very basic 7.4 volt battery, so nothing elaborate. Now the reason I'm testing it on that is because I still don't know how much of punishment the motor in that's going to take, because that's designed for a much lesser voltage than what this is going to be running. So we're not going to test it on 11.1 for the moment. We're going to do it at 7.4 just so we don't break it straight away. So what we're going to see when we pull this trigger, now there's no BBs in there at the minute, or there's no BBs fed up there should we say. Hopefully the camera will pick them up coming through here, so you'll see that working as the gun shoots. So it's going to dry fire a few times just while it primes, and then we should have BBs going out the muzzle just like we want. Let's give it a go. Yeah, so that's feeding perfectly. So you can now see the BBs on there, and as we pull the trigger, that's shooting smooth, and that's not missing either. That's absolutely fine. So that's what we've done there. I've never done one of those before, interesting one. I don't know how long it's going to last. If any of you guys out there have done it or have got a better way of doing it, please check it in the comments, always interesting to know. But other than that, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.